much. There's no need for us to rush it through. Don't think about it too much. This is more than just a new lust for you. Don't think about it.
Guys, the time is coming gone so fast. Ah, the Open, you sweet, sweet, majestic sumbitch. I bet you reek of rose petals, unicorns, a cup of tea, and Ustazen's tears. I bet you feel like a brisk wind on a hot summer's day. A third place hug from John Rahm. A little ankle sprain from a stumble from Spieth. Or rather, Jordan Spieth. I bet you look like a palace fit for a 25-year-old young king that goes by Sir Colin Morikawa. Until next time, my sweet Open. Until next time. Boys, it's gone. The goddamn Open. Did we get everything that we wanted?
First of all, I had no clue what the hell was going to go on with this intro.
You love
and
it.
I'm probably glad I did. It's probably a good thing I didn't fucking know what was going on.
Unreal.
Brad found out 2 minutes and 12 seconds before we started what he had to do. So
that's why he did that.
Dude, it's more authentic that way. You loved it, you know? I mean, here we are. The 19th green, dude.
Yeah. Hey, we didn't record last week, man, so it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah. The people needed that.
The people needed a little soothing, just,
get back into action. Give the people what they want.
Is that the kind of music you listen to on the golf course, though? That's what I want to know.
No, absolutely not. That's more like, driving home from the qualifier type shit right there.
we'll get into that.
That's way later. I can't start with that right now. I'm not mentally prepared for that right now.
While we start, since everybody, we missed last week and now we're back. And again, if you're watching live, we appreciate you guys. If you go, please subscribe, share this, review it, hit the like button, subscribe on YouTube. And if you're listening on Apple, wherever you get your podcast, we appreciate you as well. Do the same thing. Leave us a review. Brandon already shouted out our VP, Brandon, Bucks and Six champs.
Shout out the Bucks. I mean, I hate me some Wisconsin, but Giannis is a very likable guy. Like he works his ass off. You can't hate him. Yeah. I live in Arizona, so I wanted the Suns to win, and I also had money on them to win the whole thing before the playoffs started. But hats off to Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks. What a comeback.
Yeah. It was interesting. I felt for Brandon because Brandon is like the biggest Milwaukee fan there is.
That's a real fan right there.
I mean, he is like diehard Milwaukee through and through. So
Brewers, Bucks, Packers, very unfortunate for him. But other than that, love the guy.
We love you, Brandon. Yeah. Don't fire us.
Mm-hmm. Let me keep my seat, brother.
Yeah. Also, obviously, guys, you can go find us on Twitter. If you're watching live, you can see everything. Don't follow Brad because he doesn't know how to use Twitter, but you can follow me or Wolf. Look at Brad. Brad's just here so he doesn't get fined.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. What? Oh, hold on. Before we do this, here you go.
Thank you, Lunch Beers. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. You want to start with the Open, Brandon? I know we're gonna leave the qualifier and then how I played for last because
I think that's a good idea.
But we'll start with the Open. I'm gonna let Brandon start just because of his sweet, soothing intro.
Dude, the Open is so damn cool. Like when you see those guys walk through, they actually have like a tunnel.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And even like the last shot into the 18th green with that huge grandstand around the whole green. Mm-hmm. Like that's a moment for somebody like myself who, wants to be there someday. That's such big motivation. And just seeing that shot is so cool. And everybody who listens and, or watches on YouTube with this, or just golfs or anything, if you watch that and you just look at the 18th hole as they're coming in, that is one of the coolest things in sports.
Yeah.
And then to come back out after that and walk back through the tunnel, it's just so damn cool. It looks like there's really nothing like it. Like the Open is just, it's like the Super Bowl of golf. I think the Masters is the Super Bowl of golf, but how big the stage is for the Open is unworldly. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah,
So,
I don't. Can we just talk about the greens there? If I was putting on, first of all, I wouldn't hit them in an approach shot.
I would never be putting.
No, I just like those things are ridiculous, man. Like I saw people literally missing 2-footers. Jordan Spieth did it on day 3 on 18, I think. He missed a 1-footer
a couple times.
Like
within 5.
That right there, if he makes those instead of bogeying, I think they were for par too. Like he's right there with the winner,
Morikawa,
and Morikawa. And look, I'm happy for Morikawa, but I really, and this is the God honest truth, I literally put money on Spieth, and I told Brandon this like Thursday. Like I put money on Spieth to win. I didn't put a lot. I put like $50.
Mm-hmm. But the payout is big.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was plus. It was something crazy.
Yeah,
he wasn't supposed to win.
Yeah,
I actually think Morikawa's odds might have been better than Spieth's.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Rahm was up there.
Hell yeah, he was.
Oh God, why did I bring him up, Brad? Why did I bring Rahm up?
That's because it's Brandon's favorite golfer. I mean,
everybody knows that.
Yeah.
If you followed the show, you know that I've always loved Jon Rahm, not just since 2 weeks ago. Like, I just always loved him.
Yeah, I'm gonna call pause.
I'm getting put on a timeout every time I say Rahm from here on out.
I'm just gonna mute you. Just gonna mute him.
You should have to do a shot every time you say something nice about him.
Every time you say Rahm, you have to take a drink. No, don't do that because you'll just be hammered by the end of the show.
I might eat some Rahm and noodles after this. You guys keep it up. Doesn't count.
But that course, man, I don't know. I say that about Augusta, but when we were talking to Rory, didn't he say Augusta's not bad? I mean, he's like, you just got to put the ball where you're supposed to. Obviously, that's the whole game of golf. You're supposed to put the ball where you're supposed to, but
yeah, the word that stuck out to me that he said was Augusta is fair. It's a fair course.
Well, it's pretty. The fairways and stuff are wide. It's not like you're hitting a 20 yard fairway there.
It's scoreable. You just need to play it smart golf.
I think the greens are tough there too. Obviously at Augusta as well. But
I was just looking at it. Yeah, they roll at like a 14, is what they said.
In Augusta or
at Augusta,
St. George,
and at St. George they said same thing, 13 to 14.
So there's
which I thought that they'd be faster, but
yeah. Also, something weird, isn't it usually colder at St. George when this happens?
Yeah, so the ball's not going to travel as far.
So I think like Sunday it was like 80. They said it was the hottest day of the year there.
Yeah, so the ball was probably moving pretty good.
Yeah.
Weird side note. I don't know. I think we talked about this last time, but for anybody who's listening now, Brad brought up some stat. It was like you have to be I think it's like a 13.6 handicap or something like that. 13.6, so like a 14 handicap to be allowed to even play there.
Where? At St. George?
At Royal St. George, yeah. They won't let you play unless you're a certain handicap.
Well, then I'm not playing there. Brad, are you playing there?
Yes, because it's higher than what Brandon said. It says you need to be an 18 and a half or less.
I'm in.
18 and a half. Okay.
I'm in.
The boys are in.
Yeah. Go ahead and go. Let me go over to Dick's and buy 4 dozen golf balls because I'm gonna need every one of them. My bag couldn't hold enough golf balls to play that course.
They said that they didn't cut that rough at Royal St. George in 2 years. That's not a joke. That's not a joke. I swear to God. They have not cut the rough in 2 years leading up to that on purpose.
That's insane, bro.
Could you imagine? Like, I complain about shit that's like 3 inches.
That
So does
shit
my
was
girlfriend. But there's like, could you imagine like 2 feet of rough? like, are you kidding me? That's a lot to deal with. I'm glad that, see, this is the benefit of not being on radio anymore. I can say shit like that and get away with it. The FCC would be so far. The FCC's foot would be so far up my ass.
We would have got busted in the first 7 seconds with the goddamn song you decided to play.
Oh yeah. I'd be getting annihilated by the FCC by now.
Oh,
but no, that I swear to God. See if Brad can look that up. I'm pretty sure they said 2 years they didn't cut the rough at the Open.
So instead of that shit was feet. It wasn't even inches. It was feetses.
Footses, if you will. Yeah, footses. A couple of footses. Like, I don't like hitting out of, thick rough in the first place, let alone like, hey, we're just going to let this shit go for 2 years. Welcome, boys. Welcome to the Open.
What'd you think about the tournament in general? Like who made big moves? Like me and you were texting on Sunday when Rahm went like, man, he went like birdie 4 or 5 straight or something. I mean, I think he had a chance on 18 too, maybe
Yeah, he had a good chance on 17. He had a decent chance on 18. He had a really good chance, but yeah, I mean, you think he's just completely gone. He birdies 4 straight. Mm-hmm. It would have been really interesting if he had that hole in one. He left it like a foot short.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like it was going in the whole way through. I was like, is he really going to do this right now?
Yeah. Can we talk about Callum Morikawa's ball striking though? Dude.
He
First of all, real quick, just let me add something. I hate his fucking swing. I can't stand
really.
It. I just don't like. It's like I'm like, are you going to hit it today or tomorrow, Colin? Like,
it's very, very slow.
I don't understand. That would throw me off, man.
But he doesn't hit him and I actually. So since I switched irons, him and I actually hit the same exact distances.
Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. No,
I'm saying like he doesn't hit the ball very far compared to a lot of these other guys on tour. His pitching wedge is 140. That's the same as me.
Yeah, that's you.
140, 145. Like his pitching wedge that's it. So it's not like he attacked this course because hits the ball long. That's just a perfect example of hitting it correctly. Like you don't need to swing super hard. You can swing slow and hit a green. You can swing slow and hit the ball. That let the club do the work is the oldest saying in the book.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. I tell my son that all the time because he tries to freaking, murder it. And I don't try to murder it. I really don't. And it still goes 280. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it goes 280 when it's 105 out and there hasn't been any rain for 7 days, and it just rolls down the fairway about 40 yards. But still,
speaking of people who try to murder it, we can move on to the next segment. Good old Bryson DeChambeau.
By the way, Colin Morikawa won the Open if nobody was watching.
Yeah. I hope you guys were in on that. You know why he won it, right? Because Brad didn't bet on him to win. Anytime Brad has picked him, he has not won. So, Brad, what you're going to do this episode is, well, he's not going to play. Next episode, please pick him to lose, and then we will place bets on him to win.
You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page with that. Yeah, hell of a job, Brad.
You're not fined.
I did pick Rahm, who finished in third. I mean, he's just playing great golf.
I honestly did pick Spieth too. So I was like, holy cow.
Yeah. Second, and he could have easily stepped away with the Open trophy there.
Yeah. So, all right. Are we talking about this again? It seems like every week we have something to talk about with Bryson or Brooks and Bryson or just Bryson because he's a D-bag.
Brooks brothers. The Brooks? The Brysons. The Bees.
The B's, the double B's.
Both acting like a couple of bitches.
First of
right
all, what's up with him and his comment on his driver? What an idiot.
Imagine blasting your sponsor that pays you millions of dollars a year.
Oh, yeah, exactly. On live TV in an interview.
And
Actually,
I
don't even know if it was live that is going to be shown after you say that.
Yeah, I hold no loyalty to any company. I like Titleist a lot. I get good deals with Titleist for the most part, but it's not like they pay me.
Mm-hmm.
And I've played PXG. I play Cobra currently, and I've heard from many, many people who do not play Cobra that Cobra makes one of the best drivers right now, if not the best. I hear this very, very fucking often now. So
what's he just got sand in his vagina? What the hell? I mean, I don't know.
Personally, I like the line that he says, "The driver sucks," followed with, "The mishits are just, we're trying to correct the mishits." We?
Who's we?
You and your swing, you and your driver. What the mishits is you. Like that's not a Cobra thing, brother. That's a you thing. So
yeah, your ball speed is 200 miles an hour, bro. Like you're gonna have mishits.
Yeah. JT even took a shot at him. Do you see that? It's like you think Mr. Science would know if you're swinging the club 200 miles an hour, it's going to be hard to hit. It's like
dude, that's his problem too. That's his problem. He overthinks everything on the golf course. And we've talked about that before. It's like
from the match where he's taking paces and shit.
Yeah, like Rogers really didn't even want to play with him. He's but Bryson, man, just needs to get out of his head. Like, that's me. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm 150 out. Okay, cool. I'm using my 9-iron. Here we go. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, the elevation's 26.6%. I'm going to need to hit it to the left a little. I'm going to try to draw it back. Front end. It's like, dude.
There's guys on tour that can hit the ball straight.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, there's guys on tour that can't fade the ball on command and can't draw the ball on command. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Sounds crazy, but there's people on tour that can really just hit the ball straight. Some they play a fade or they play a draw. They can't hit both at the same time. They can't do it on command. There is one iron player who has ever been able to do that, and it was Tiger Woods. So him trying to figure all this shit out to hit the shit off the green is even more, mind-blowing. Like, you're going to have talks with your caddy. You're going to say, hey, here's where we want to hit it, and this is what we think is going to happen in the air right now. And that should be about it, especially for a guy like him.
Yeah.
He's not a, superior ball striker or iron player where he's fading it exactly where he wants or drawing it exactly where he wants or sticking it and stopping it. He's not that guy. You're not that guy.
You're not that guy.
Yeah, you're not that guy. He said, you are, Bryson, you are not that guy.
You're not that guy.
The amount of stuff we've got to talk about him lately is crazy, in that there's nobody that's come to his defense out there on tour, right? Like, the only person who's maybe gave him a pat on the back was our guest, Roy Sabatini, who's on tour, and said he's a hard worker. He didn't say anything like, hey, I fucking love the guy. Just said he's a hard worker.
Brad threw up a stat. Bryson hits the fairway 53% of the time, or misses the fairway 47% of the time.
Yes, I like that stat better. He misses the fairway basically 50% of the time.
Like, what's the average, Brad? I think we've looked that up before, but I can't remember.
He was in the high 60s, from what I remember. So he is well below average.
That's what kills me about him, too, and I've said this before. Actually, I say that every time we talk about Bryson, is the fact that the man can hit it 380 and be 95 yards away from the hole, and he's getting pars and bogeys.
Yep.
Like, Brandon, if you were legitimately 80 to 90 yards from the hole every time, or not every time, but consistently, let's just say you were hitting a wedge every second shot.
Yeah, if I'm hitting a 56 or a 50 all the time, which is kind of like the executive course we play at. That's why I usually shoot about even or under.
Right.
Because that's my second shot every time.
60%, Brad says, is the average of the tour players.
And he's 53.
So he's under.
By quite a bit. And that's average, right? So he's below average.
Yeah.
By a lot.
I'd like to think that I could hit the fairway 60% of the time, even though if I can't drive it far. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to hit it as far as these dudes, but
yeah,
I like to think that I would be in the fairway more than 53% of the time. Because if not, I'm going to be struggling, brother. Like, it's going to be a bad day.
I know that if I don't try to kill the ball, I could probably hit the fairway 75 to 80% of the time. It's when I try to unload on a ball is when I'm getting a little hooky, you know?
You get a little coming across too quick.
Yeah. Come over the top of it and just fucking smash somebody's house. That's the miss hit with the driver.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, that was what we call in the biz an aggressive draw. I don't want to call it a hook. It was an aggressive draw.
Look at Brad. Brad down there laughing.
Some would say an extremely aggressive draw.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I try to kill it, that's usually my miss. Or if I somehow, by the grace of God, leave the club face a little open, it will get hammered straight. It's a beautiful thing. Does that happen often? No. And that's something that, me and Titleist need to work out with the miss hits. It's the miss hits are awful, dude.
Oh, Lord. What's up with them being paired together?
So I just looked at this.
Because I don't know. I didn't know what the hell you were talking about when you sent, and I didn't even look up what you were talking about. So yeah, I'll let you explain.
It depends on who you talk to. So Koepka went on record saying that the USGA and or PGA, it's basically they work together, same shit. Mm-hmm. Asked them if he would be okay with pairing with Bryson, and he was like, I don't really want to do that, but whatever, like, so be it. And then there was word from Bryson's camp that they also asked Bryson, and he said, yeah, like, that doesn't bother him. So then the USGA came out and said, we never asked either of them that. So who is lying?
Like who would lie about something that dumb? I mean, who gives
I say
a
the
shit?
USGA though, right?
Like, I do too. Like, I would say
if
more over
Brooks. Yeah, if they both said that they got asked that,
yeah,
they probably got asked that. If they can agree on something, it's probably correct.
First of all, I would love to see them paired together. 100%. Yes. I would love it. Absolutely love it.
We were talking about this at the 19th hole last night. Myself and Brad and one of our buddies, Ryan, who we might get on here to do like a gambling segment, like a 5 minutes a week and give us his picks.
All you got to do is have Brad pick somebody.
And they're losing.
So if Brad picks somebody, everybody that's listening and watching, when Brad gives his pick, do not, I repeat, do not put the money on that person.
If he doesn't pick Morikawa,
exactly,
you drain your 401k and you bet on Morikawa.
Exactly.
100% confident gambling advice right there. You should definitely do that.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't picked him twice and he's won.
Correct.
Yes, that's true.
But you've picked him twice and not even close.
Him more than twice. It just happens the times I didn't bet him, he wins. It's ridiculous.
I mean,
have you ever picked him and he won?
No.
So what you're saying?
Oh, man, I missed doing this show last week. I can just tell you, I missed doing this show.
Well, Brad must have bet on me to win at my qualifier.
Hey, we'll get to that.
Look, more or less, Bryson is a jackass for saying anything about his driver. Bro, I mean, come on.
Dude,
man.
You're a pro, but he's not that guy.
You're not that. Hey, Bryson, you're not that guy.
Speaking of Morikawa, we even got a banner here just for Brad. And Morikawa is Brad, his bad luck charm.
Absolutely.
I didn't realize. I forgot that he actually did pick him. Like, he's picked him on the show before, and he's never won.
No.
No.
When I pick it, he doesn't even make the cut.
Dude, that's actually true. One time he did pick him, and Brad picked Morikawa, and he did not make the cut. And how often are you seeing Morikawa not make the cut?
Yeah.
Not as often as Ricky Fowler, who is in the lead of the 3M Open.
What's up, Steven?
Holy shit.
You're kidding me. Ricky Fowler's in the lead? Okay, so I'm just gonna be honest right now. I have I didn't watch anything on there today. So I'm gonna pick somebody later in the show. That's so funny because I actually thought about Fowler, but I'm not gonna do that now because I did not know he's in the lead. But that's funny as shit. He really is in the lead.
Yep. 7 under.
Wow.
Tied for the lead.
Do we want to you want to go into that real quick?
Let's go into the 3M. Yeah.
I don't even
know.
Yeah. I mean, so the 3M tournament's happening. I like
obviously Morikawa's not there. But
yeah, so everybody can just relax on betting on Brad's good.
Yeah, this is the situation where you're
go ahead and bet on Morikawa.
You could break the streak right here. No, you couldn't. No, you couldn't.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm assuming there's some older dudes. Like, is Stuart Sink in there?
Yes.
Is Bubba in there?
C. That is yes.
What about DJ?
I think he should be.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out of that.
I'm gonna go out of one of those 3. Fuck it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. If DJ's in it, I'm gonna go him.
Okay. Let me see if he played.
Brad, he's already looking at everybody.
A lot of these guys take the week off after the Open.
Yeah. Brad, are you picking somebody, or are you just going to look at me awkwardly?
That's what I was asking. Yeah, I'll do Hadley again. I think it's only a matter of time.
Brad consistently picks Morikawa and Hadley.
Is he playing?
Is Hadley playing?
He's in the hunt.
Is Dustin Johnson playing? I don't see DJ.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay.
Wait. He's playing. Yes, you're fine.
Okay.
He shot a 70 today, 1 under. So he's going to make the cut.
Damn.
You're fine, though. It's Ricky. Dude, we talk about this all the time.
Yeah, it's Ricky Fowler, bro.
And Thursday means nothing.
Yeah, it means 0. Make it through Friday.
Yeah. If you're in first on Thursday, you are going to lose. That's the rules.
It's kind of like if Brandon starts off birdie on hole 1.
I am probably going to lose.
It's not going to be a good day.
Until recently. It has moved to hole 2. We will get to that later.
Okay. So he's going Hadley, and Brandon's like, I'm picking Wolf.
Got to stick together, dude.
Yeah.
Wolf.
What's Wolf doing?
He actually was. So I sent it to you this morning before he had teed off. He was 1 over through 10, and he finished 2 under through 16. So he's not finished.
I don't know if they're going to finish because it have. I heard something about a rain delay or something.
Rain delay, yeah. Dude, he played awful, and he's still 2 under.
Like awful meaning bogey, birdie, bogey, that kind of awful, or
Par, birdie, bogey, par, birdie, bogey, par, eagle, birdie. Oh, sorry,
Wow.
eagle, bogey,
Wow.
par, birdie. So he's making a little run on the back, but every single time that he has birdie today or went under, so birdie or eagle, he has bogey the next hole. That's not how you win.
Yeah, that's not how you win.
And he's on 16, just birdied, playing 17 now. So if he bogeys, that would be very wild.
Okay. So
we'll
Brad,
keep an eye out for that.
we'll go with that. So Brad cheated and picked Hadley because he's in the top 10. Look at
Classic Brad.
So everybody
myself
just
a
letting you know,
chance.
everybody just letting you know he's picked Hadley before, and guess what happened? Hadley did not win.
He actually shit the bed.
He did. Wasn't he in the lead?
He was up like 3 strokes going into the back 9 and shit.
Didn't he buckle on 18 that day?
17 and 18.
I think it was like 17 and 18. Yeah.
He went like bogey or no, like double bogey or something.
It was like the
that.
freaking Rocket Mortgage or something. It was a recent tournament.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
But he had like a 4-stroke lead. Like he was a
Going into the day. Yeah. Yep.
Michael Thompson is the reigning champ, Brad said. What the hell is that guy doing? He's not on the leaderboard.
Underwater basket weaving. Is he in a different sport now?
Crocheting.
Yeah.
He's
Olympic
tied for
water
104th.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's go.
In the hunt. You're always in the hunt. What's is Patrick Reed playing?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Did he shoot awful?
I saw him hit a couple awful shots.
Well, that's every time though.
Yeah. But
you know what? You know the
never
only time I went Patrick Reed.
Ryder Cup.
And you're damn right. That's the only time.
Absolutely. Why not?
That year him and Rory went at it. That was probably one of the most favorite Ryder Cups for me to watch. It was
Definitely
so awesome. I think they tied too, didn't they? Weren't they all square?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was
also
insane.
Side note.
Yeah.
TPC Twin Cities, which is where the 3M is. Brad put in 7,400 yards, par 71. The course I played was 7,420, something like that, par 72. So a little longer actually than this one.
By the way, Brad threw in the tweet. Patrick Reed is tied for 87th.
Hell yeah, he is, dude.
Yeah, he's. You know what he's good at though?
Cheating.
Grounding his club.
Yeah, being a dickhead.
Didn't he go to Georgia?
Yeah, he also stole from his roommate at Georgia, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. All right, so Brandon, God damn it. Brandon's got Wolf. I've got DJ, and Dickhead's got Hadley because he's cheating.
He's cheating, boys.
Yeah. I do like that course though.
It's cool. I'm not opposed to it.
Brandon put this in our notes, and I want to know what his thought is on this. So we threw up a banner on here if you're not watching live and listening to us. Next Tiger Woods, yes or no?
Dude, I want to give Morikawa all the credit in the world because he has been a fucking fantastic golfer. And he's been very good for the sport. And young. Under 25. Or is he 25 now?
I think he's 20. I think he was 24 when he won last week. So I don't.
So he's what? One of 2 golfers now. I don't know if Rory was as well, but I want to say one of 2 golfers.
It's 1 of 2. I know where you're going with that. Yeah.
That's 2 majors before 25.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive. The only other person to do it, Tiger Woods. As far as just being able to win that young on tour and then keep doing it is very impressive. But Tiger Woods, man, I hate to tell the younger generation, you're not going to get another Tiger Woods.
No.
I don't think it will ever ever be done like that again. There is no way, shape, or form that somebody's going to win that much, that consistently. It doesn't happen in golf anymore. That's a once in a lifetime for us. I mean, maybe when we're old and gone and, you know, buried somewhere, maybe there's going to be another Tiger Woods, but I don't know, man.
Nobody won like he did.
As much as he did.
There has been people that did it in spurts. Like Spieth won a lot, you know.
DJ won a lot.
DJ won a lot. Justin Thomas has won a couple. You know what I mean? It's never been like if we had gambling online, like on our phones back then. Like
you'd bet Tiger every week.
I would like literally bet Tiger. We would not let Brad do it.
He'd be a minus bet, by the way. I bet.
Actually, we might let Brad. We might let Brad pick him, and then we pick him because you know. So, yeah, I think you're right. I don't think we'll ever see it. We could be wrong. I mean, it could be, you know, maybe 50 years from now. Like, let's hope that I'm alive 50 years from now. But
I would hope so. I think you'll be all right.
I mean, I'll be pushing 90, bro. So you gotta remember, I'm older than you. You know, you're just a young buck. You're just a young buck.
Dude, my hip keeps tightening up. I think I'm getting older faster than I should be.
Your hip keeps tightening up because you play so much golf. Well, that shouldn't cause it though. That should make it loosen enough. You know,
when I play, it feels fine. When I'm not playing, it hurts.
That's arthritis.
Medical condition, rhomasitis. I need to play more.
Jesus Christ!
Telling my doctor, telling my job, I gotta play golf. It's a medical condition.
He needs to play more. He works from home.
Yeah,
he works from his golf cart.
Yeah, I won't throw my my company out there, but I would like to say, because I think my boss listens to this show. He has been very supportive of my golf career and lets me do a lot of things, and I really appreciate that.
Anyway, I don't think. Yes, I think no. That we won't see another Tiger Woods. I think there will be people, like we said, that will go in spurts and win tournaments, but nothing like. You know, you had your Snead and your Gary Players and your Palmers and then Tiger and
Nicholas,
and then, you know, just for instance, like Phil. Hell, I think Phil's like second all time on the money list right now behind Tiger, and it's not even close.
No, pretty legendary, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll ever see it. Brad, do you think there'll be another Tiger Woods?
I think it's too early to say about Morikawa, man. Like, I just looked up that Tiger won the Masters at 22.
Yeah.
I mean,
so he's already behind.
Hey, great stat, Brad.
Hold on, Brad. How many wins did Tiger have on tour by 25?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Okay.
Keep going. I'll try to find it.
Okay, keep going.
Or just look up wins and go from his age.
Yeah.
But
good job, stat guy.
Hell yeah.
Stats guy. Yeah, I don't. Okay, let's say this. Anybody
who would
right
be the
now?
closest?
That's what I was going to say. Who
Yeah.
out of, and it has to be someone young, like literally like Morikawa or how old's Hovland?
That's exactly what I was just going to say. I think that he's got the stuff.
Where's he been too? I ain't seen him in months or in a month.
He got hurt at the US Open, got sand in his eye. And then he went and played a European Tour event and won.
No.
So, I mean,
maybe he needs to get sand in his eye more.
Right? I would like to never be in a sand trap in my life, but
no, I wouldn't either.
Especially here in Arizona.
I don't know. I mean, legitimately, if I just had to pick someone off the top of my head right now, I'd probably have to say Morikawa.
But is that recency bias for us?
Brad found this stat. Tiger won 5 tournaments, including the Masters, his first year on tour.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
There's people that don't do that in a 20-year tour.
Dude, there's time. People don't win a tournament
ever in 15, 20 years of playing on tour. So I just think there's no way, dude.
I think you are right, Brandon. It's probably a little biased. We're a little biased because I love Colin Morikawa too. He's
same, yeah.
He's. I think Tiger Woods is his idol too. Like I think
it is. Yeah, he talks about that often. He has got to play with them once, which is really cool. They got paired together.
What's funny too is I heard them talking about Morikawa too after the Open, and they literally said he's one of the smartest players on tour.
I can see that.
Like, no joke, Bryson DeChambeau is literally probably the smartest player on tour, like brain-wise.
Yeah. Doesn't always translate.
It doesn't. Doesn't always. He's not that guy.
Hey, you're not that guy.
I love that video, dude. You can use that for everything.
My God.
But I don't know. Brent said it's too early. You can't count Morikawa out until he just flashed up the stat that Tiger won 5 tournaments in the Masters in his first year on tour.
It's over, dog.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
Fine. We're going to go Charlie Woods.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that might be the guy. He might be that guy. He is that guy.
Have you seen Little John Daly?
He's a bomber.
That kid can freaking hit bombs, man.
Flat out smoke the ball, and he has a much better swing than his father.
His dad's John Daly's swing is kind of ridiculous too. It's so I don't know how his fat ass can swing all the way back like that.
Steep.
It is. Steep.
But that's why he crushes the ball.
He does crush the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And Rahm's kind of like Tony Finau to me too. It's like a 3/4 swing every time.
Yeah.
And
did you see what came out about that?
Too. What?
So Rahm has that half swing or little quarter swing because as a kid he had what's it called?
He had something wrong with him.
There's an actual name for it, for like a limb, but basically his foot grew in like backwards.
What the hell?
So he had to have it broken when he was a kid, like 3 or 4 different times, and have like 5 or 6 different surgeries. Just to get his foot to be straight and his ankle.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had there's an actual medical term for it, and I can't think of what the hell it's called. But they had to re-break it and cast it and re-break it and cast it. And now his right foot sits like 4 centimeters lower than his left. So wow. He literally can't put the pressure on that back foot. That's why he quarter
Brad said club foot.
Club foot, yep. He had club foot as a kid. And so he can't, his actual foot and ankle can't take the pressure to turn back and go through. I just found that out recently.
It's not a designed swing by him by choice then.
No, like he has to. Yeah, since a kid, he's had to swing the club like that, which is pretty huge to overcome something like that. Which is like, because his swing, the more and more you look at it, it's like a 45% swing, swing. It's nothing. So, interesting fact there for you guys.
Yeah.
As a big Rahm fan, I know that, obviously.
Oh, of course he does. He's like an encyclopedia of Rahm. All right. We're 45 minutes into this show. Again, we appreciate everybody that is watching, listening, whatever you're doing. We can't do this without you. Actually, we could, but I don't want to, and we appreciate it. We got our constant 5 listeners. I like it.
We were up to like 17, 18 a few times during this. It was pretty good.
That's freaking awesome, man.
That's what I like to see.
We're gonna end the show tonight with the Arizona Open qualifier versus Brandon Wolf. But let me just say something before we do that, because I'm gonna tell you how I played real quick. Then Brandon can talk for 10 minutes about what happened with him. I texted Brandon the other day, irate, because I literally played the worst round of golf I have played, and I don't know how long. I bet I hit 3 fairways. And that might be pushing it.
That might be generous.
Yeah. I I shot like 94. I lost 5 golf balls. I had a snowman on the front and the back. So if you think about that, still, that's not bad to have 2 snowmen and shoot 94 and
That's
lose
16
5.
strokes.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, bro, I could not do anything. I would hit a drive. I'd punch it out perfect. I'd hit a great approach shot, and then I'd freaking like 2-putt. I'm like, this is getting insane. I didn't break a club. I did lose a ball by throwing it into the water.
The classic.
Yeah, just, dude, I usually don't get real upset anymore when I do stuff like golf or like bowling or anything. Like, it doesn't bother me, but man, it bothered me. And I haven't even played since then. And that was last Friday. So I'll end up playing this weekend because my son's getting ready. He starts Vanderbilt here August 2nd, and he's getting ready to have a baby next Wednesday or Thursday. So he's not going to have time for much golf. So I'm going to get another round in with him this weekend probably. But yeah, dude, it was to the point where I couldn't drink enough beer to even like kill the mood of being pissed.
Yeah, that's a rough day.
It was just bad, man. Like, it was just one of those days. So, but you can go ahead and worst score on the day was plus 13. What are you talking about, Brad?
For that 3M.
Oh, for the 3M?
No, for the Arizona Open.
Oh
shit.
Okay. Oh, well.
So somebody outdid me. That's good.
All right. So I gotta say, I'm gonna toot my own horn because I did pump you up, dude. Like, I was all positive with you.
Yeah,
and you were like, I'm good, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate all that. I feel good and all that. So now let's segue into Brandon talking about this.
For me, I'm not even gonna make it, a pity party. Nothing like that. I think, 10 years from now, I think I'm gonna laugh about this. Hopefully it's in my fucking ESPN 30 for 30. Dude, like, I don't give a fuck, honestly. I went out there, I hit 12 of 14 fairways. I went par birdie first 2 holes. I started on the back. The holes I was worried about, I parred. I just got on a bogey train. I couldn't get up and down.
Let's talk about, because it was your approach shots, which are usually
that's my go-to. Usually,
that's your game is your approach shots, and that was what kind of hindered you from scoring better.
Yeah, it's just like I kept ending up 145, 142, 148 in the middle of the fairway. So
and that's what for you, a wedge?
Pitching wedge, yeah. A solid pitching wedge.
Like swinging hard or just smooth? Just
smooth, like if I swing smooth, I'm going to hit to my yardage. If I swing hard, it's usually going to be a little thin. It might go a little further, but it's not good for me.
Right.
Like, I can push a pitching wedge 150 if I wanted to, but it's not usually going to go exactly where I want it to. Right. So it continued to be a full wedge. And then I tried to choke down on a 9-iron, and it would be a little too much. So I kept being, other than a few holes, I had some really good par 3s, but I just kept being 2-3 yards off the green. And these greens were trimmed in the morning. It's for a PGA. This is a Southwest PGA Tour event. So it's a PGA event. The greens were rolling at a 13 that day, which are Masters fast. So if you're trying to chip 2 yards off the green to a flag that's 5 yards away from you, it becomes difficult. So, no matter how good I can be with a wedge in my hand, it's just not easy. there were like 4 or 5 people that actually withdrew from the tournament that started playing and actually left the tournament. So it makes me happy that, the first big PGA event that I've played in a while, that I stuck it out and just went through the motions.
Right.
I shot 40 through my first 9 with a par birdie start. And at 40, I can come back. I have the capability to do that. But I went, I think bogey, triple bogey on a par 5. And then 3 putt on a 216-yard par 3 for bogey. And it was one where I went to tap it in and I just fucking hit something and bumped left. It's like a 7-inch putt. Just a lot of really unfortunate things. And I played with a pro. But
Brandon literally texted me and he said, I'm not even mad, really. He's like, it was more like comical, like, did that really just happen? Like, holy shit. Did this just happen?
And then even the next day, I went out and golfed again. You just got to keep going.
Yeah.
So, and of course, I go out to my little course and shoot a couple under. But it's just weird that was the shot that I couldn't hit all of a sudden. And we talk about it on this show all the time. If you follow this show, you listen to this show, my greens in regulation are nuts. And I couldn't fucking hit a green to save my life. So when that part of my game goes, then I need to be a really good chipper. And, the kind of shots that I'm hitting are not what I'm used to playing.
You were getting ready to bring up, I was going to ask you who you partnered with.
So he's currently actually on the Korn Ferry Tour. He's really damn good. Mm-hmm. He has played in a few actual PGA Tour events. It was Matthew Ashley.
Okay.
He said he would come on the show also. We talked about it.
Cool.
But super cool guy. He's fucking 6'10". So he made me look like a midget.
Wait a minute. Dude is 6'10".
6'10".
Can you imagine customizing his golf clubs?
Dude, I hit the ball long, right? We're talking pretty consistently 300 off the tee. 295, 300. Every once in a while, I'll get a 320 bomb. I bombed one 320 straight down the center on this par 5. Did par that hole, thank God. This man proceeded to outdrive me by about 75 yards. And we had the GPS. We actually had the GPS because you were allowed to have rangefinders on there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was being serious. He's like, "Hey, great drive." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks. Yours is fucking 70 yards in front of mine."
How's that feel, Brandon? How's that feel?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Did he just bring that up?
I had to do it for Brad. I had to let Brad know that I now know how he feels. It was fucking hilarious. It was just like, did he just really smoke that? So we get up to his ball.
Did he really just hit it 390?
Yeah, so we get up to his ball and he shoots the flag and he's like, "Yeah, dude, that was like 285." Or sorry, 385. It's like, yeah, what the fuck?
God. Do you ask him why he was playing?
Dude, yeah, I was like, what the hell? But he wasn't. He was kind of spraying the ball all over on the tee box. So we keep each other's score, obviously, in a tour event. That's how it goes. He keeps mine, I keep his. And then you write yours at the bottom. It's a tear off and you can throw it out after. We get to the end and he's like, "Will you read me back your scores? I feel like I'm way off." And he's like, all right, that's what he says. And I'm like, "No, man,
that's it.
It is what you think it is. Yeah, it's bad." And he's like, "Just read them back to me because I had you I thought you were a stroke or two behind me. I thought you were right next to me the whole day."
What did he shoot?
He shot a 76. So it's a tough course. He's a pro, but
hold on.
And I'm like, "No, dude,
read this stat that Brad just found here. Go ahead and read that out loud, Brandon."
Worst score ever recorded on tour. Mike Rezor shot at 123. Holy fuck.
In 1974.
Yeah, that same day that I shot that, Mickelson also shot about the same scores.
He shot 10 over. I sent you that.
Yeah,
I literally texted to you. I was like, can't be perfect all the time or something.
Yeah, it's funny though, like because if you were to, I actually had a couple people, I had some people out there that went and checked me out, and they're like you would never have thought that I even shot fucking in the 80s. It was just unreal. Like I hit the ball very well. I putt very well. First in like the anxiety and nerves as well.
Yeah,
that's different level.
Can we talk about the video that you sent me that you marked your ball with a Ritz cracker?
Oh, at TPC?
Yeah.
Stadium course the day before?
Yeah.
That's where they play the Waste Management Open, by the way. That birdie that almost looked like it was going in.
Yeah.
That's a PGA course from the tips. So I was on it the day before, obviously, but that's golf, man. Go to TPC Stadium course and shooting the low 70s, and then you fucking go to an event where there's money on the line and possible implications to play on tour, and it could be a different fucking game sometimes. I'll say that the Stadium course I thought was a lot easier than McCormick Ranch where I played.
Really?
Yeah, McCormick Ranch is a very, very tough course. Water almost every other hole, water down the whole side of, most par fives, water down the whole side of most par fours. There's 2 different island greens. It's not an easy course, but the course only got in my way one time. I put 1 ball in the water the whole day, and that was my triple. I had no double bogeys on the day, and I shot in the 80s. Think about that.
Oh, Lord. Look at Brad.
Dude, like just a manic golfer right there.
It's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Which Brandon showed up on each hole?
Mostly my first guy, not my second guy.
That second guy, though, he's good. Well,
my second guy would be winning a lot on tour. If I could hit 2 balls per shot, bro. But,
hold on, let me drop this one. Let me redo that.
If I could play a 2-man scramble with myself, I would just be crushing the game. But no, I mean that's golf, man. All of you guys were awesome. I mean, Brad, you were great to me. Adam, you were awesome to me. My dad was awesome, super inspirational. He dropped me an Aaron Rodgers quote like an asshole, but I mean, he really did. He's like, he sent me a quote, and I was like, that's a good quote. He's like, I'm sorry, it was Aaron Rodgers. I was like, you shithead,
you dick.
But, no, I mean, everybody around me has been super supportive, really good. My coach even was like, he looked at my scorecard and he's like, dude, that's the biggest tournament that you've played in 10 years. Like, you put yourself back out there again, and at least you kept it in the 80s. He's like, there's a lot of people that would go out there and piss down their leg. He's like, you went par birdie your first 2 holes at a PGA event. Like, you're fine. Mm-hmm. He's like, we can figure this out. You had a ton of bogeys. He's like, if half of those are pars, you're right back in the 70s. I just fucking bogeyed my ass off.
What was the cut line? Or what was the qualifying line? Like, what did you have to shoot to?
I want to say +1, but my stupid ass but I picked the hardest day out of any of the qualifiers, and I did not know that. So I picked the day that I want to say 80% of the field were pros. Like, I didn't know that going into that. The cut line at the other one at McCormick was like +6.
Yeah, so you were way closer.
So I was in the wrong flight.
Yeah.
And then the one at the gallery, I think, was like +6 or +7. And I picked the wrong course too. There was another one that I could have played out that I probably could have scored a lot better with the same way that I played. But McCormick is just a very tough course. So if anybody comes to Arizona and they like to, be in Scottsdale, and you go and play McCormick Ranch Pine, you let me know how many balls you lose.
I'd lose a ton. There's no doubt.
No, but I mean, back to it. I really appreciate everybody around me. I I'm glad that I went back out there and I have the confidence to do it again. My first tee shot after, they announced my name, Brandon Wolf, at the Southwest PGA qualifier for the Arizona Open from, Chicago, Illinois. That's all cool, but that gets you a little nervous, right?
Yeah.
And I fucking pipes one like 320 straight down the center with OB all in front of me, desert in front of me, OB to the right, and just smoked it down the center.
Were there any patrons there?
I'm sure. I was too locked in to even fucking know, but it was like it's an experience for me to get back going again.
Brad put a stat up. Winner shot 4 under.
Oh, I thought it was better than that.
No,
but yeah,
at the gallery, the previous one.
Holy hell!
The winner shot a -6 at the one Brandon played in. It was a much tougher field for sure.
He shot -6, and he had an eagle and 7 birdies, I think.
Who the hell was this?
He's an amateur too, I think. But he plays D1 golf somewhere. He's a younger kid.
Yeah.
I think he was an amateur. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brad, but amateur, yeah.
Yeah.
He was at the table after with like Gatorade and
Ben
somebody
Lorenz.
else was there.
Ben Lorenz.
Okay. Yeah, I was like,
shout out to Ben Lorenz for
dude. It. Congrats. You're the only person to shoot that low by far on that. I think somebody what was the next closest to him? 3 under, 4 under?
There was a -5.
Holy hell. Pro?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. Well,
did any pro shoot the same as me, or were they amateurs back there?
Ooh, that is a good one.
Yes, 2.
There we go. See? So it's not that fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
so I like you, Brandon. You're a glass half full type of guy.
A couple pros went out there that obviously fucking golf for a living, do it a little more than me, and still shot the same. So that's okay. It's a tough course.
Here's the important thing.
And I'm sure their scorecards look like nukes compared to mine.
Here's the important thing to remember, Brandon. You didn't come in last.
I was damn near close.
You didn't, though.
I didn't. I was tied, and people withdrew. I was like 70th or something like that, 71st, 73rd, out of a field of 99, I want to say.
Hey, that's not last. I'd have come in 99. I wouldn't have even finished because I wouldn't have had enough golf balls.
Yeah, people withdrew.
What's the rule on the amount of golf balls you can carry in your bag on a PG Tour event?
I believe it's 12.
A dozen?
Yeah.
How many did you have
most
in your
of the
bag?
guys only me?
Yeah.
I put 6 in there.
Brad, how many would you put in there? Look at them.
McCormick?
Yeah.
Probably a dozen, yeah.
You couldn't carry enough, probably, because I know I couldn't.
You'd be going into that bag that has like all your crappy golf balls.
Yeah, I'd be like, is there a driving range around? Is there a driving range around here where I can get a range ball so I quit wasting all my Pro V1s?
Brady, you know what I'd like to do? We should go play that this weekend.
I'm down.
Just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, you're probably going to shoot like 5 under and just be pissed.
Oh yeah, that. You know that's coming. By the way, that's it.
Brad hits a drive 320 and Wolf's on the green.
Yeah.
395.
Yeah. Unfortunately, on that course, there are no drivable greens. Unless you're hitting it 450.
All right, boys, let's get out of here. It was fun. It was great being back. We had a week off because we wanted Brandon to have his little moment. Give us some. He gave us something. You got out there. You got out there. You got out there. Something will happen soon. By the way, real quick, I don't know if you can read this. My daughter got this for me. Can you read that?
Best dad by par. Yeah. Wordplay, like by far. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. It was great. It was a good show tonight. We appreciate everybody. Please go subscribe to YouTube, wherever. I don't care. Find a way to listen to our podcast. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us, I think, Facebook, Instagram. We really need to start using Instagram more, evidently, by the way. I don't know why, but I very rarely use Instagram for anything.
I don't either. I'm more of a Twitter guy.
Yeah, you're more of a TikTok guy. You're not that guy.
I'd never be a TikTok guy.
You are not that guy.
I do have a viral video on TikTok.
Oh, fuck. We'll get into that next week.
Yeah, that's for next week, guys. make sure you're listening, tune it in. Subscribe and like. If you don't, 3-putt your whole life. You know the drill.
All right, boys. We will see everybody next week.